Position.
Get ready for it, Joe. It's coming. No!
21st October Monday Night Raw hits and misses. The 21st October episode of Monday Night Raw came to the fans from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The show featured an endless brawl between a monster and a veteran, plus a SmackDown faction showed up on the red brand. Furthermore, Jey Uso defended his Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker. Join us now as we look at the hits and misses from the latest edition of Monday Night Raw. Hits. Hyping up the Crown Jewel Championship. The addition of the Crown Jewel Championship has felt like a forced move from WWE to build intrigue in the Saudi-based PLE of the same name. However, the wrestling juggernaut is doing a fine job hyping up the two champion versus champion matches at the event. Keeping the shiny inaugural title in a box carried around by a bunch of custodians has gone a long way in establishing the pride of the strap. The Stamford-based promotion didn't overdo things either, as the belt was displayed only 2 times in backstage segments and once during the tag team match featuring the women's heavyweight champion, Liv Morgan. The onus now lies on the champions to uphold the value of the Crown Jewel title by performing well next month.
September 30th and stomp Reed's head in the steel steps.
A blockbuster start to the show. WWE continued the trend of starting their shows on a high as Seth Rollins gave the usually sneaky big Bronson Reed the dose of his own medicine. The brawl between the two wrestlers initially broke out in the squared circle, with many security personnel trying to separate the fierce adversaries. Reed even hit the announcer's table as Rollins ducked a tsunami attempt from him. This was just the beginning, as the Visionary and his colossal enemy fought all over the arena through almost the length of the show. The two halted their fight when the Raw GM Adam Pearce made their collision official for next month's Crown Jewel PLE in Saudi. The Wyatt Six have a new target. The Wyatt Six have a set of new rivals, the despicable heel faction, the Final Testament. It's about time someone knocks some sense into the Karrion Kross-led evil group, as they have run amok on the red brand. The Six have developed a reputation for making the lives of villainous ensembles a living hell. Ask the American Maid. And now, it's the turn of the Final Testament. It'll be interesting to see what happens when the group following the evil gospel takes on Uncle Howdy and his misfits.
Liv Morgan in She Agony.
Rhea Ripley destroys Liv Morgan and her lackeys. Liv Morgan thought she'd have an easy Monday night, but Rhea Ripley had other ideas as she attacked the women's champion vociferously. Not only that, but the Australian also nullified the ominous threat of Raquel Rodriguez, who is the tasked protector of Morgan nowadays. Ripley made short work of the champion and even locked her in a devastating prism trap. But as is always the case, Dominic Mysterio saved the day for Morgan. WWE seems to be doing a stellar job by promoting Morgan versus Nia Jax at Crown Jewel, but also keeping the fans glued to their screens by keeping the Eradicator in the title picture.
You want to do it on your own, but you're going to take...
I have been on this.
Cinematic promos are brilliant. WWE has found a new way to hype up the superstars and in some cases the main event encounter for the show. It looks like cinematic promos are here to stay, as the viewers of Raw witnessed as many as 3 vignettes of this kind on the show. The first promoted the main event, the Intercontinental title clash between Jey Uso and Braun Breaker, while the second featured Raquel Rodriguez trash-talking Rhea Ripley. On the other hand, War Raiders were part of the third cinematic promo of the night, as they talked about the proud history of the Vikings and issued a warning to the rest of the locker room. Jey Uso finally has a motive to enter the Bloodline Civil War. For people wondering what Jey Uso's motivations would be to enter the Bloodline Civil War, the latest main event of the red brand came up with all the answers. Uso's own Flesh and Blood, assisted by his henchmen, plotted the end of his Intercontinental title run, which lasted for mere days. This blatant interruption by Solo Sikoa and his lackeys means they have invoked Jey's wrath. In any other case, a title changing hands at such short notice would have been a miss. But if it means Uso would be freed up to rejoin his brothers to rally against a common enemy, then why not? Misses. Lillian Garcia's return was marred with errors. WWE fans were shocked to hear that Samantha Irvin, who was doing a stellar job as Raw's announcer, abruptly left her role this week. Enter Lillian Garcia, who is a certified legend when it comes to being the voice of WWE. However, whether it was a case of putting her on the show hastily or Mike Rust, her comeback was full of errors. Garcia botched announcing the night's first match featuring The New Day, and later, while introducing the team of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, she uttered, "accompanied to the ring by Dominic Mysterio." But the third-generation superstar was nowhere to be seen until much later. Fans should not read much into these errors, as Garcia's iconic CV means she'll bounce back stronger the next time. Why does Judgment Day still exist? There was a time when the Judgment Day stable used to run Monday nights. However, back then, the group boasted of superstars like Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. With both impactful grapplers departing the ensemble, its whole existence seems pointless. The trio of Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Dominic Mysterio seems self-sustainable. Moreover, the likes of Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Carlito could be better served if Judgment Day is disbanded. WWE Creative has a big decision to make. Sucking out the momentum from the American-made. What is the point of hyping up the American-made faction when they are going to surrender so meekly in the squared circle? There's no doubt that the Creed brothers are a talented duo, and putting them under the tutelage of a seasoned campaigner like Chad Gable made a ton of sense too. With much build-up, the momentum was with the American-made. However, making them lose to the team of Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee has brought the group back to square one. It is a case of questionable booking on WWE's part. The creative needs to be careful regarding the Chad Gable-led group's portrayal on TV in the future. The latest edition of Monday Night Raw wasn't the show's best outing in recent times. The Red brand is still grappling with the runtime being reduced to 2 hours. Hopefully the show will bounce back in style next week.